is the closest place to death.
As always, lessons to you, my old friend.
I hope you find a peaceful place. Eventually.
Even when I'm not enjoying a Souls game, I try to find one redeeming feature, something that the game does right despite not appealing to me personally. Unfortunately, Pascal's Wager doesn't just need a bit more time in the oven, it needs to be put aside entirely and forgotten about. I suppose the fact that it started off as a mobile game should have already sent some alarm bells ringing, but other titles have managed to transition quite well from smaller screens to big ones, and the store page promised entirely right controls along with the upgraded graphics. In any case, I pressed start, met up with protagonist Terence, and watched the opening cinematic which set the scene. My hopes were still high when I played through the tutorial area. Movement was fine, although the camera was incredibly jerky, as if I was dropping frames. After investigating online, this is supposedly a feature rather than a bug, but it was an ominous omen of things to come. Combat-wise, you have your typical light and heavy attack, dodge roll, and simple parry system, and unlock further skills that use your rage meter that you build up by either dealing or taking damage. Now, all this is fine in theory, but as I got a bit deeper into the game, I realised there's one major problem. It's unbelievably clunky. All the attacks, even the faster ones, take too long to pull off, with a notable lag between the button input and the animation. Hitboxes are completely random, either oversized or undersized, meaning you can be standing right in front of your target and still miss completely. I think the absolutely worst feature is that not only do your enemies not react to your attacks, but it doesn't cancel their animations either, so after you hit them you don't have enough time to parry or dodge their counterattack. Furthermore, your own animations are interrupted when you get hit while doing them, and this coupled with the excruciatingly slow wind-up time made me want to throw my controller across the room. I love hard games, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this tier list, but Pascal's Wager isn't particularly hard, it's just incredibly frustrating. About halfway through the game I got so annoyed about the randomness of melee encounters, I ended up relying on hit and run tactics, which boiled down to using two attacks, a lunging thrust and a spinning dodge. Both of these allowed me to deal damage from afar and carried me through to the final boss. But it wasn't particularly fun. So how does Pascal's Wager attempt to innovate the genre? First up is the sanity mechanic that drains on every hit until it reaches abnormal and eventually lunatic status. Abnormal will buff some stats while debuffing others, whereas lunatic spawns a phantom clone for you to deal with. Bosses get harder in the lunatic phase too, though your increased stats more than make up for it. I'll admit I more or less ignored this mechanic altogether. The game also allows you to switch between your main characters and a sub-character, with the change happening automatically if one of the two dies. There are 3 to choose from, 4 including the DLC, unlocked as you progress through the story, which led to another issue, as while they all level up equally, their skills still need to be unlocked individually, and they all share the same upgrade materials. I chose Norwood, a one-armed coffin wielder, used up all of my materials to upgrade 2/3 of his skill tree, then unlocked 2 more characters. There was no way in hell I was going to grind for all those upgrade materials a second or even a third time, so I just stuck with Norwood until the end. To add to my list of grievances, we're getting to the end I promise, there are no weapons or armor to be found, only trophies, upgradable accessories that can give passive bonuses to your stats. If you like tinkering with character builds like me, you'll be sorely disappointed. Oh, and finally, I should mention the 3-phase final boss. That boils down everything I disliked about the game into a single frustrating slog that took me way too many attempts than I would care to admit. Even more annoying is that the first 2 phases are easy, but incredibly long to get through. Then the 3rd phase doubles the difficulty and the damage. What a pain. I've been desperately trying to find out who this game is for, and I think the answer is no one. It's wonky camera and run animation, terrible laggy combat, uninspired levels, and frustrating final boss all add up to a game I simply cannot recommend, and it has the dubious honour of being at the very, very bottom of the D tier. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.